about doing a video or talking about long distance relationships. So I'm taking this time to, deal
Okay,
with it and
please
talk
like
about
and
it.
subscribe,
But before I go
guys.
on,
I've
hey,
seen
if you
that
have not
a lot
subscribed,
of
I know some of you
us.
find it hard to sign in or whatever is required for you to subscribe, but please
Please do
subscribe to
subscribe.
the channel.
Do
It helps us
subscribe.
know that people are
Yeah,
being blessed by what we do. So that is the
yeah.
feedback you can give us. So subscribe to the channel,
Please
turn on
like
notification.
the
That's that
video.
bell, that red bell there. Click it so that you will know when we post something, and then make comments. That helps us, get some feedback that what we're doing is adding value. So please subscribe to the channel. And again, big fan. I'm not a big fan, and there are two reasons why. Number one, it's not really the concept or design of relationship and marriage, from the set go. Um,
Long distance relationship is not something that you just wake up and feel like you want to do it or you want to. I don't think I would have a long distance relationship in my marriage because it takes this strong, because sometimes you want to see your partner, sometimes you want to be around the person that you love, sometimes you want to be okay or be just around the person that you love. Companionship, doing the do, which is very important in marriage also. Talking relentlessly, sleeping close to the person that you are in love with, building your family together, building your your children together is something very, very, very necessary. And you will not get to do that if you are in a long distance relationship. So I don't envy it.
the reason is because marriage or relationship is meant for proximity. The Bible says in Ecclesiastes chapter 4, it says, how can we be warm? How can one be warm if he lies alone? He said, but when we lie together, we can both get heat.
Lie
He said, if one
together.
falls down, how would the other, if one falls down, he has the other to lift him up. In other words, I'm just trying to show you that the whole concept of marriage is that we will be together.
Yeah.
We can't have kids apart. We need to be together.
Mm-hmm.
It's difficult to raise children. Even when you're together, it's difficult. So imagine one
My
person
point.
having to stay with the kids and all that, all that. Relationships on its own is even challenging.
Mm-hmm.
So imagine the impact of distance
Of
to it.
distance.
So I tell people avoid long distance relationships as much as you can.
You
All right.
can.
So that's
Yeah.
the first reason, because it goes against the original design. The second reason why I'm not such a big fan of it is that not many people can handle it. All right. Not many people can handle it. It's just a small people, a small
A
number of
small
people
fraction of people can.
that can
Yeah.
handle long
Yeah.
distance relationships well. Why? The reason is simple. We have what we call love languages. My mentor, my great mentor, Gary Chapman, is the one that taught the whole world about love
Yep.
languages, and it's based on the fact that there are 5 major love languages. I have videos that will explain this thing so you can get it. There are 5 major love languages. One of them is acts of service. There's somebody doing things for you. Love language is just how you receive or give love. Okay, the language that you understand love to be. So one of these acts of service, that's somebody doing things for you,
Mm-hmm.
arranging your clothes for you, filling a form for you, doing things for you that make your life easier. Second one is quality time.
Yeah.
Quality time is somebody spending time with you. That's how you see love, when they spend time with you. Another one is gifts. People buying you things, or it mustn't be expensive gifts. All right. Fourth one is non-sexual touch. And the fifth one is words
Words
of
of
affirmation.
affirmation.
Now, if you notice in these 5 things, some of them can be done from a distance. For instance, words
Words
of
of
affirmation.
affirmation.
I can do it if that's your love language. It's easy for you if you're in a distance relationship, because your partner can give you those words of affirmation. That's compliments and appreciation by words. I can do it over a distance. If your love language is gifts, for instance, I can be in another country and send you gifts in your country. That will even be romantic. But once you're among those that your top love language or languages are things like as in touch, physical touch. This is not sex now, this is just touching. People like hugging, holding, things like that. If that's your love language, then distance becomes a problem for you. This
Yeah.
means that when your partner is not around, you're going to feel it. And if somebody else provides
That.
that hugging and touching and holding hands, there's a problem. Again,
Mm.
if your love language is quality time,
Yeah.
this person is away. All
Yeah.
right. If your love language is, what's the third one? I've mentioned acts of service. This person is not around to do things for you. So the baseline is that it depends on who you are. Not everybody is wired to
Yeah.
survive long distance relationships. So you need to ask yourself if you're that kind of person that can survive a long
A long
distance
distance
relationship. Some people are not
relationship.
wired. Some people can handle it well. Many people can't handle it well. For many people, out of sight is out of mind. So be sure that is what you can handle. So those are my 2 reasons for not being such a big fan. All right. But this doesn't mean it doesn't work. There are people that handle it. I've seen people that have done it well. I've seen a lot of people also that made a mess of it. But we'll get down into it as we go. So now, how many types of long distance relationships do we have? All right. I think there are majorly three types that I'm
Wow.
going to discuss. Types of
Okay.
long distance relationships. So number one is when we meet from a distance. This is I met you online, or I met you
I think I've
anyhow, but
I've done that
we've never
once.
known each other
I've had
physically.
a
The
relationship
whole
with that.
relationship from beginning has been from a distance. So that's one. Meet
Now, when you start a relationship from a distance, the yearning to meet your partner becomes quite increasing as the time goes by, because you want to see what this person looks like in person. You want to see what this person is like in person. You want to spend time with the person. You want to know the person's character. You want to let the people around you, or the people that you love, or the people that you call your family, know the kind of character this person has. And if this is not possible, then your love starts dwindling, or you have to see the person once or twice in a year. You don't have that great connection anymore, which is very, very bad, because social media has made this possible. And most of the people that do this kind of long distance relationship kind of things, they have somebody in a physical person that they go out with, and they just put the person on the long distance relationship as their serious boyfriend, and this one as their side chick, or whatever it is that they call, and it does not make sense.
from a distance, kind of long distance relationship. Second long distance relationship is meet, then later become distant. So this means I've known you from when we were young or
Yeah.
something. I've known you've been friends before, when classmates in school, we were classmates in university, in college or something. We've known each other before, and then we now become distant, and then the relationship starts. Please take note. We didn't date even when we knew. We're just classmates,
Yeah.
schoolmates, just casual friends. And later, something evolves out of it. So that's second kind of long distance relationship. The third one
Sorry, sir.
is that we were actually dating. We've been in a relationship together for a while, or been married physically for a while. Then we go on. Somebody goes for school or goes abroad first or something. Then the distance starts. Those are
That
three
can be
types. Okay,
very, very
three different
tricky,
types of long
because the
distance
person can
relationship.
fall in love
They
where
all
they
have their
go
different
to.
pros and cons. All right. So number one, we meet from a distance. Number two, we knew each other before the distance and before the relationship. And number three, we were actually dating or married, already married. Then the distance came. All of them are hard. Okay, all of them are hard, and they all need a lot of work. So how can I handle a long distance relationship if I'm already in one, or I'm considering going into one? What are the things I need to do? It can be done
I won't
if you're
do
ready
that
to put in
again.
the work. All right. I usually say long distance relationships.
Now, I was once in long distance. Okay, the first one happened to me, and the second one happened to me. So we have to talk about this a little. I think I started dating someone that I really was affectionate about, and then she had to travel to for for educational purposes and stuff. Then I think one of the biggest deal breakers for me was that if this person is watching this right now, this person will know I'm saying the truth and I'm not lying. One of the biggest deal breakers for me was that she started keeping secrets. And I was so gifted to the point that I started making this bond or connection with her, that I would know when she's not happy. I know that people that have been in love, in true love, would understand what I'm saying. I started feeling when she's not happy. I started feeling when there was a problem. I started feeling when she was down mentally, psychologically, emotionally. And I would put a call through to this person and say, what is wrong? I'm feeling an emotion that I pick up spiritually that is not mine. I don't know how possible this is. I'm sorry, guys, if you don't understand what I'm saying, but this is how it has been happening. I would call her and say, I don't know how this is possible, but this is what I'm feeling, and I know that it's not mine. And she would say, I'm fine. You're just making up stuff and everything. And then consequent times, this person started withdrawing. Not like she was seeing another person, but there were things that were happening to her that she never wanted to talk about. And when she was not talking about those stuffs about herself, she started creating distance. Let me mention this, that the more secrets you keep from your partner, from the one that you say, quote unquote, that you love, the more distance you feel with them. The more information you share with them, the more closer you are to them. Because vulnerability is a very big box to tick when it comes to relationships. So if you are not vulnerable to the person that you are sharing your life with, vulnerable in sense of information, in sense of emotional attachment, in sense of physical vulnerability and psychological and stuff like that, that you can break down in front of the person that you are in a relationship with, then you are not fully in a relationship with that person. Because one of the things that you know that you are not in a relationship with that person anymore is you first emotionally detach yourself from that person. And if you don't detach yourself from that person emotionally first, then you are still in love with that person. But if you have detached yourself emotionally with that person, no matter the physical things that the person may have with you, it will be done with.
Are not for boys, they are for men. They're not for girls,
Yeah,
they're for women. This means you must have a greater stamina, you must be stronger.
yeah.
All right? You must be stronger. So that's what I'm saying. You need to examine yourself to
Trust
know if it's
issues
something you
too.
can do.
Yeah,
Don't go and break somebody's heart. Don't just put somebody on the spot or start something and not finish it.
I'm
The
not
Bible talks
finished.
about always counting the cost before
Yeah,
you start to build a building. So
and I really love
what are
this
some of the
person.
things you need to do if you have a long distance relationship and both of you want to work it right? So number one is that
Now, one of the things I would say again, I'm sorry for the break. One of the things I would say is if you have trust issues or if you are the kind of insecure person, you can't go into a long distance relationship. You must be secure. You must be whole. You must not think that other people are better than you before you enter into a long distance relationship. And even though it's not a long distance relationship before you enter and it's becoming one, you make it clear to the person that, okay, I know that this, we love ourselves and whatever it is that is going on between us, but you living right now, I don't want to continue the relationship. Never put them on the spot. And maybe the person is the faithful one and you are the insecure one, and the person goes there and does not see anybody and comes back for you, and you are already in another relationship and feeling like and telling the person, I thought you would have been in a relationship and this and blah 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 blah. Please make sure that you make it very clear. It would it would ease your tension and your stress.
both of you must agree to put in the work.
Yeah.
All right? You must both be clear about this is going to be hard. You must both be clear about this is going to be different. This
Uh-huh.
is not normal relationship. This is distance. So there's going to be strain. So are we ready to put in the work?
Mm-hmm.
And apart from asking your partner or talking about it, even check their body language if they look like the kind of person that has the stamina. Don't fool yourself and think
If the person is
all
a
things will
cuddly
work.
type,
All right?
she
So that's number
can't
one.
do
Number
that.
two, communication.
Is very big
You can't attempt a long distance
without
relationship if you
communication.
don't have good communication
That was the
skills.
first thing that
If you are
broke
not
with
committed to
the other girl.
communication, what does this mean? The only way to bridge the gap in a long distance relationship is communication.
Come
You
on.
must be willing to keep in touch.
Every day.
This means you guys need to have fixed times that you must call each other. All right? Now, if both of you agree daily, that's fine. If you want once in 2 days, that's fine. But you must have agreed calling times and patterns. You can't leave it to chance. Why am
At
I saying
all.
this? Because there's a high chance you guys might even have different time zones and things like that. You can't leave
I know
communicating
couples
to
that have that now.
convenience. These are the things that make long distance relationship look tricky. These are things that make it hard. You can't leave communication to convenience. So you must decide. We're going to talk at least every
It's
day.
a sacrifice.
If I say, oh, I'm not the kind of person that can talk every day, I'm too busy or whatever, that's great. Can we agree? You see, life is about negotiation.
Yeah.
For us as counselors, we tell people don't even focus on compromise, focus on negotiation. There are two different things. Compromise means somebody's going to be upset or is going to give up something. Negotiation is let's find a way both of us will win. So I can't call every day. Can we chat on one day and call the next day?
Come on.
If that's what we can agree. Can we call once in 3 days? No, whatever both of you can agree.
Can agree,
Okay?
yeah.
Now, don't impose. Some of you like to talk every day. Some other people can't handle it, to be honest. Some people, when I was in a
I like
relationship, I couldn't
talking.
handle talking every day, as in calling every day.
I love talking
I
every
have
day.
very limited words. I even save my gist to when I can see her because if it's more awkward if she's around and I have no gist. So I save my gist to when I can meet my fiance then, which is my wife now. All right. So know people's stamina. Don't tell her you call me every day and the guy doesn't.
This
He
man
can't
is a
even
pro.
call every week. So agree on something once a day, every day, or once in 2 days, or even once in 3 days. I think anything longer than that is getting a bit too long for a distance relationship. I think it's too long. But there are people that agree once a week. Both of them maybe are
Definitely.
okay with that. That's fine. But I
You know,
think
sometimes you just
anything
want to
outside
call your
once in
partner
3
and
days is getting
cry.
much. Now, if we say we can't call every day, can we chat at least, keep in touch every day? So hey, check up with you, how you doing, baby? What's up? Chat. Where am I going? Blah blah blah. So decide on communication. Fix time.
For
Fixed
communication,
patterns
yeah.
of communication. This must be adhered to. And when one party is constantly breaking that agreement for reasons that are not strong, okay? Not that if they genuinely had an exam or genuinely preparing for an exam or an impromptu emergency, that's fine. But if you see that they're coming up with excuses every time, breaking the pattern and the agreement of communication, that is the sign you need that this can't work. Okay? So fixed time and pattern of communication, then commitment to communication, because remember, you're in different time zones. It means energy levels will be different. Somebody's just waking up, somebody's just sleeping. You must keep the energy. This is the commitment. So this is why I'm saying
it's a whole lot of work, man.
You must be ready to do these things.
It's a whole lot of
This
work.
commitment of keeping that communication. All right, always calling. These calls will include audio calls, video calls, chat messages. Communication must be going on. Okay, so you can't be lazy. You can't be lazy with communication. I want to do long distance relationship. You can't be that person that say, I don't have the energy to talk. You have to keep this up. This is what you agreed to. All right, keep it going. Very, very important. Okay, number three, transparency. If you're going to do long distance relationships,
this is
trust
beautiful.
is usually a big issue.
Trust. I said
trust
it. I said that.
It just happens. Like I said, I'm not a big fan. I've canceled people that are in it. Trust is usually a big issue. In fact, in most cases that I've had to be involved with, there was always a story of another guy, another girl. So transparency, if you're going to manage long distance relationships, work extra hard at transparency.
Tell the person everything.
When nobody is asking you, do video calls. Let your partner see where you are and who you are with. All right, let them even talk to your friends. Say, hey, greet my friend. Let them know who are the people you're always with, or you're closest to, and they should have those people's contact. So that they need to reach us and say, hey, where's John? Or hey, where's Jane? They should be able to reach your friends and ask of you if your phone is not going or whatever, or to confirm, stylishly, to confirm if you are where you said you are going. And don't feel bad about this. Look, when you're building trust, scrutiny is important. You see, people don't trust you because you ask them to trust you.
I'm learning so much.
And trust. That's
come on.
So people trust you because you have a track record of trust. So it's okay for them to scrutinize you or to confirm or to cross-check some of the facts you're saying. If you have nothing to hide, you won't have any issue with being double-checked or cross-checked. People that are touchy about being cross-checked or double-checked usually have something to hide. So transparency, go out of your way to give account. Basic things, you are somewhere, just do video calls. Oh, this is where I'm with my friends, or we're here, went to visit the people. Give updates. Even if you can't make calls, give chats. Keep the communication going. Things, you see, other voices begin to talk to your partner when your voice is absent. Eve fell into sin because Adam was not speaking. So the serpent was speaking. If Adam was there also to speak, when the serpent would have said, oh, if you eat it, you'll be like God, Adam would have said it's not true. Do you get this? So when you keep quiet, you allow other voices, either other voices of somebody of the opposite sex or other voices of Satan himself who will be there. All right. So please, very important, transparency. So I've mentioned do video calls, give minute by minute updates where you are. Just don't assume any information is irrelevant. No. You go and buy something Friday there. Oh, I'm at the shop, I'm at Apple shop, put it there. Just
this person even started keeping information that was very,
just
very
keep
relevant.
that up to date. Okay. All right. And you must be able to break out of your busy schedule to quickly reply. Don't say, oh, I had a busy day. No. Nobody's that busy. Nobody's that busy. Even the president of America, is in touch with his wife. The president of America that is almost like the president of the world. One of them still had a girlfriend. So hey, you can't be that busy, okay? To come out briefly and send a message or make one quick call and say, hey, baby, I can't talk so long now. Just to check up on you. Those are the things you must do. You are the one that's signing for long. Don't look at me like that. The one that's signing for long relationship. Do the work. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So those are
the
things.
I love listening to this.
Now, point number 4. If you're going to do long-distance relationships, you must have shared activities. You must have shared activities.
I don't know what
That's
this
the only way you bridge this gap. All right? Because you're trying to simulate what people that are together will do. So you must have shared activities. This is how you will not miss the person being around physically. This is how it will not take a toll on you. Now, whether you're single or married, this is important. You must have shared activities. All right? What does this mean? Things we do together. That can include reading books. In fact, I interviewed a couple. You see the video on my YouTube channel. I interviewed a young couple that had a long-distance relationship. And they said that the fiancé, the lady, actually reads the whole book to the guy. I mean, they do a book study together where the lady reads the whole book and the guy listens to the whole book. They read the book together.
Wow, that's beautiful.
That's a shared activity. It looks like a small thing, but it's building both of you up. It's creating a bond. Shared activities, all right? And
That's
beyond that, these
beautiful.
activities are also building you. So it's powerful. People fall in love, to whom they pray, with whom they pray, and for whom they pray. So activities like that build you up. Read the book together, pray together. Very important. And I know most of my audience
Yeah.
are Christians, but if you're not a Christian, hey, you might find something else to do. But if you're a Christian, definitely pray together. Definitely. Don't just spend the whole time gisting.
Gisting.
Don't just spend the whole
Come
time
on,
talking
on
about things that don't matter. Pray together. People fall in love to whom they pray, with whom they pray, and for whom they pray.
Come on.
Okay? So pray
Glory.
together, shared activities. On that one,
I
that
felt
shared
that.
activity, you
I
can
felt
do
that.
devotionals. They love good devotionals online. YouVersion and the rest. Devotionals for those preparing for marriage. Devotionals for about premarital sex. Devotionals. So you can do something, a shared activity that you can keep track of. All right? Very important. Interestingly, you can even watch movies together. So both of you, today, thank God for the online platforms for movies. So today you can say, let's watch this movie. And the person's on that side, you're on this side, you're both watching. And you're both commenting. You can do it. Interestingly, it's amazing. You see, you are conscious about bridging the
Whoa,
gap.
come on.
Because what you're about
I
to do
never
is
knew
tough.
all
So you're
this.
conscious about bridging the gap. And when you do this so well, this is why even when both of you live together, the bond is formed. Do you know a large number of distance relationships don't make it when they now both come together? Because they've built a system and a lifestyle outside of each other.
Outside of
that
each
they find it
other.
awkward
Come
to now live
on.
with each other. That's what
Come
statistics
on.
say. Statistics says that, I think, I don't know, it's 40 or 50% or 60% of relationships that were done over a distance, when they are together, they break up after 4 months. That's what the statistics says. Why? Because they are not used to living together. They've built a system and a life of being apart. Trust me, living apart is a style. So by the time somebody's in your face every day, somebody's now in your face every day, you now find out it's difficult. In fact, during COVID, a lot of marriages were in crisis. A lot of marriage divorce rates was going up. People were wondering why. Because there was no more distractions. All the things that used to distract the husband and the wife that didn't make them spend time together were now out. No more work, no more church, nothing else. So they had each other stuck in the house.
Hey,
They found that they couldn't live with each other.
Jesus.
Divorce rates went up in every country, or in most countries. All right. So we can even watch movies together. You're bridging the gap. Watch movies together, laugh together, comment on the movies together. You're watching. He's watching there. You are watching there. Okay. You plan all those things, and you build. Have a lot of shared activities. You're going for a walk in your own neighborhood. Put on the phone. Put on the video. Let the person just talk to you as you're going to walk. You're doing this as a shared activity. You can even do exercises together. If both of you exercise people, you can do a workout together. There are many things. You play a video, both of you work out to it. I mean, there are so many things you can do. The point is, do shared activities. Okay. And number 5.
That's a very powerful one.
Develop discipline. You need discipline.
Yeah.
You cannot do long distance relationships without discipline.
Yeah.
If you are going to build a long distance relationship, both of you must have stamina, must have character. If you are those kind of people that fall in love with whoever is around you part time, long distance relationship
it's not for you.
You need to end that relationship now before you make a mess of yourself. Because I know people that's who they are. They fall in love with whoever is around them part time. They have not taken time to ever develop discipline or character and stamina, but they want to enter a long distance relationship. It's a no-no. It's a no-no. There are some people with you not because they love you, but because they're tired of being alone. There's some people that are with you not because they love you, because they don't want to be alone. So people like this, by the time you are out of the environment physically and there's somebody else giving them attention, they start developing feelings. So hey, if you're going to do a long distance relationship, be sure that you have the discipline for it. This means you can't give other people your number. You can't keep chatting with other girls or other boys. You can't go out with other people. You see, you're already taken. So you can't say, oh, my fiancé is not here, but I'm going to go on a date with somebody else just to keep it company. No.
Yeah,
or you're going on a
devil.
school prom or whatever it is, a school event, and everybody's bringing a date. You will go alone, bring your phone, and you will put the person on the phone or go with somebody of the same sex. You see, this is what you have committed to. Don't look at me like that. You're the one that say you want to do long distance. This is what you committed to.
Come on, Daddy.
You can't be unfaithful. I see many people that are unfaithful from relationship level.
Yeah.
You will also be unfaithful in marriage.
In marriage, yeah.
So you can't take on that person of the opposite sex to the date. No. If all your friends are bringing a date, you bring your phone and you put your friend on Zoom or whatever, and you participate or FaceTime, whatever it is, and the person's there. Now, if you want to bring a physical person, let it be somebody of the same sex, or your brother or sister, known one or not cousin, brother, blood brother, same mother, same, not even step brother. Discipline, all right? Because
come on, Daddy.
Out of sight is out of mind. Once their loved one or their beloved is not around, their eyes start straining. If you don't have that discipline, be honest with yourself, be truthful to yourself, and say, hey, I can't do this. Okay? I've counseled a lot of people. It's really dramatic. Faithfulness is an issue with long distance relationships. Okay? Very, very important. So if your love languages involve things that usually is done more physically, find a way to bridge the gap. I heard
Yeah.
somebody say that she was in a woman was in a long distance marriage, and I think her husband's love language is touch. So she takes his clothes and wears them and hugs the clothes and sends him pictures of it and over. And he say where he is, he feels the love. See, they're just trying to bridge the gap. You're going to put in that effort. That's what it means. You are going to put in that effort. If your love, your fiancés or partners or even husband or wife, because there are even some married
Oh,
people in
flower
long
is
distance relationships,
beautiful.
you must bridge that gap.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. It takes discipline, it takes work. And the last thing for dealing with long distance relationships, there must be a planned end to the distance.
Come on,
There must
that's
be a planned
beautiful.
end to distance. Many people enter long distance
And they
relationships
don't even know when it's
Please
going
don't
to
do that.
end. That's
All right,
bad.
because before you know it begins to span 2 years, 3 years. No,
Then
a
you
long
start
distance
getting
relationship,
exhausted.
averagely should not more than a year max. Anything getting more than a year, you are building a system that is not even real. You are getting used to not living with each other. By the time both of you come together, you might not be able to even live together for even 1 week. I'm telling you, these are the stats. The stats says it's not good for people that have done relationship over a distance and come together. They are so not used to having the person in their space. Trust me, phone calls are not the same as having somebody in your space 24 hours, 7 days a week.
Yeah.
When you're chatting, you can write LOL, laugh out loud, even if you're not laughing at all.
Come
But
on.
when you're with the person, it's a different ballgame. So let it be a planned end. I don't anything more than 1 year. Be careful of it. You want to travel abroad, all those kind of things, please. If you're married, if you're already married, if your marriage is not strong, don't attempt. Don't put that pressure on your marriage. Think twice about it. All right? Very, 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 very important.
Then when you come
let
together,
it be
it's
a
only
planned
sex.
end. If we're starting this thing, when are we likely to be able to be together permanently? When are we likely to do that? All right? Don't separate your family. Marriage and relationship were designed from beginning for proximity, for man and woman to be together. All right? To get warm, to hug, to kiss, to have children. You can't have children over the internet. All right? You can have children over the internet.
Pastor K.
So those are the things that will help you in your long distance relationship. So hey,
I hope you have been blessed by this today's long distance, how to handle long distance relationships. I really hope that you liked the video. I've noticed that quite a number of us do not like the videos. Please like the videos and comment. This way, YouTube will help push the video out to other people. We love you. God bless you. Thank you for always coming back, and thank you for always watching. I will see you next time. God bless you.